Okay, so hello guys, hello. Come back from the shutdown series, and it's time for the circuit to start. This is day two of the WildRift India Circuit Open Qualifiers round of 16. This is Dr. Stark, your caster. Along with me is the Grandmaster Relic Zero, RL0. Yeah, so today's match is going to be against two very familiar teams, at least in the solo queue. It's between Aphelion Esports and Pablo Escobar. The Narcos drug lord seems to have taken an interest in WildRift for some reason. But yeah, so very good teams from both sides. Very common teams, common names. You can see coming from multiple of other orgs. They've all come together. So super good teams. Zero, do you know any of them?
Yeah, I mean, I know players from both sides, and I know I have cast for a Aphelion game, but I know the players from Pablo. I have not actually seen them play as a team together, so it'll be interesting to watch.
Yep. So
and they're gonna start bans as well now.
Yeah, they'll start bans soon. So guys, these two teams are very strong contenders because these two teams have come through Open qualifiers for an easy 10,000 cash trap. But they're all very good solo queue players, all of them together. And they were all in CC. EH from Sean Eagle. Gunu is a very good content creator as well. Twix PvP is Sid PvP as usual. That he was also in Rampage Esports sometime back. Dandy Sanchit, a very good diamond player as well. They all are SEA Indian lobby players. So
yep,
pretty good players on both sides. And the first bans are out. It's going to be an Evelyn ban coming in from Pablo Escobar.
And Ziggs ban.
Yeah. Ziggs ban is very very commonly banned, but I don't understand why Evelyn was banned, to be honest, because Pudding is supposedly an Evelyn player. I mean, I think he is. But you can see Sumner on this side has 1,300 matches on Amu, support player. So I always found a bit weird. A little bit always weird. But now he seems to be a Brom main, which is obviously, it should be banned. But let's see what happens. Next two bans coming in.
Yeah, Lee Sin and Galio banned. Alistair banned as well, one of the tanks in the support. No Braum ban yet, so we could be seeing one of them take the Braum first pick.
Yep. Braum might be banned soon, but the engage has been removed on this Alistair. Kha'Zix ban coming in. So weird that these players know each other pretty well. They've played solo queue a lot against each other, so might be Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix is Iron's basically his main pick, right? Because he is a top 100 SEA server Kha'Zix player. So just
he usually means a Mumu. I haven't seen him play much of other champs, but I can see here from looking at his stats, he has a 60% win rate Kha'Zix with over 100 games. So it's pretty decent ranked stats for Kha'Zix.
He made a new account basically just to play Kha'Zix, and now on that account he has I think 60-65% win rate, and it's a top 100 Kha'Zix or something in SCA. So they're removing his main pick. Some respect bans coming in, and Sid has left.
I really hope one of them plays. I really want to see a Fizz. I always say it every time. I want to start seeing Fizz in the meta.
I think Cold no longer available to play that. Yesterday he played, but seems to have today on the shutdown series they are playing again with Jungli instead of Cold. I think Cold sitting out the match today in the shutdown series hosted by Eliminate Esports. Please come from watching that match right to here. This is a much more interesting match because it's TGT and Rebel there. It's going to be a long, hard-drawn match, but this is spicy. This is unknown talent, right? This is new people, new talent, it's a mix of old talent and new talent, but it's a lot of solo queue players as well. So, yeah, it's really going to be fun.
Yeah,
on that
we could
side,
see something interesting happening.
Yeah. So, the last of the bans coming in, hopefully soon, so that we can get this super good match underway. For now, it's Evelyn, Ziggs, Lee Sin, Galio, Alistair, In Kazakhstan, all the bans are done. There's 6 bans done. What do you feel about the missing bans? The meta picks which have not been banned yet?
Well, I feel like, many of the meta picks, they don't play. They don't seem to pick. They seem to pick champs that they're more comfortable with rather than learning the meta, it seems. So, let's see what happens when the game goes on.
Yep. We're just waiting for Pablo Escobar to finish their members all to come back into the match. Hoping for them to start soon. More left. What's going on? I don't seem to know what's going on. Let's see.
Oh, they're restarting.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, I really, the reason I want to see Fizz is that I've been playing Fizz, a lot recently, and now that I'm in Grandmaster, I have just reached top 20 Fizz in C. So, very proud of that.
Damn. Top 20, that's super good, dude.
Yeah, top 20,
Super good.
I'm looking perhaps later tonight reaching top 10. We'll see.
Oh, we'll see a top 3 player in SCA soon. Zero going to be a mess.
Yeah, Fizz jungle.
Fizz player, Machli, slippery boy.
I think Fizz is amazing.
He's a fish, so remember that.
Fish.
So you cannot go on with the fish. Can't have a crush on the fish. I mean, I took it in the completely wrong sense, but both teams seem to be ready. Can start the match, I hope, and let's get into draft. Hopefully soon. Starting. Yeah. Yay! And the match is over. I mean, started.
The match is over.
On the way I wanted to say it came out as over. So yeah, it's Pablo Escobar versus Aphelion Esports, and first pick goes to Pablo Escobar. Brom coming in, I guess.
It depends on who you support.
Yeah. So first pick coming in, Brom obviously. Very ban, which is very
obvious.
Yeah. And Sid coming in with his classic Gragas. Wukong on pudding on Wukong. Yep. So pretty standard picks coming in for now. Let's see if they go for actually go for the Malphite pick in the Baron lane, because Malphite has reduced in popularity quite a bit, but they elect to swap out the Kai'Sa.
So they're going very tanky on the side of Pablo. Braum and Mumu, both really heavy tanks, and it seems like they're going to go Malphite as well, but I suppose AP Malphite instead of tank Malphite.
Yeah, like I've always said, right from the time where Amumu and Malphite were better, right? You cannot pick both Amumu and Malphite because they're going to build the same items, right? Sunfire, Reandries, if they're going for the AP, or else if they're going tank, they're going to build the same items. So having both Malphite and Amumu, right? It's just the engage of the ult, and then after that they're useless. So they're very one-tone champs, both of them. It's just go in and
yeah, they gotta make these team fights count.
Yep. Perfect counter pick coming in. Olaf being picked up by Sanchit for the Baron lane.
So we're seeing an AD comp, AP comp, ability power comp by Pablo. 4 AP champs and only 1 Kai'Sa, which is AD, but also with a bit of magic damage too. So very, very strong AP on the side of Pablo. Let's see how Aphelion try to counter that with perhaps some magic resist items.
Yep, but the draft also, right, from the side of Aphelion is pretty balanced, because they're going for counter picks, right? They're going for the Olaf to completely counter this Amumu and Malphite and the Braum for the sustained CC. They're going for very good disengage from all 3 champions, Wukong, Rakan and Gragas. And the tank melting capacity of this Corki is really super good as the game progresses. So very good draft from the side of Aphelion, I think.
Wukong and Olaf there to deal some AD damage. Seems like Rakan should be aiming to build magic resist to help counter those 4 AP champs.
Yep.
And Olaf just looking to negate the effects of a Mumu and Malphite ult to make it completely worthless. And Olaf taking Phase Rush, which is becoming more common now. helps him chase down his opponents a lot. And
And
with that
weird
extra
lane assignments coming in as well. You see, the Wukong is Baron lane, the Olaf is jungle, and the mid lane is not Corki, it's the Gragas. So, I mean, there was no other place for him to go, but I thought it would be Wukong jungle, Gragas Baron, or some stuff like that. But the phase rush on Olaf as well.
Yeah, phase rush. Phase rush is, I think, it's a very good pick for Olaf.
So let's see what happens now. The level 1s have started. I think it's complete loss of prio, right? From the side of Pablo Escobar. They have Malphite, they have Amumu, they have no prio at all in the early game, right? So they're going to be very slow in clearing and stuff. So nothing much going to be coming out in the early game, but stacked slow stacking. I mean, a very good scaling as well coming in from Aphelion with the Corki.
Yeah, they're all playing safe, going to their lane, clearing the jungle without taking any big risks. Seems like Malphite and Rakan should be the ones to build magic resist on Aphelion's side. But they may be going for their boots and ability battle first for Gragas.
Might be Gragas, but I think they have Corki to do the magic good damage as well, so should be fine. I think the Wukong pick is really good because he's going to be going for Black Fever first, so he's going to be able to shred through tanks just with the Phosphorus Bomb of Corki. Both of them going to be reducing the armor super good, and then they're going to be able to melt the tank without looking at the armor of these two champions. But nothing much going on in the early game. If there's going to be scaling, I think Braum Kai'Sa lane is super good, right? Compared to the Corki Rakan.
Yeah, I feel like it depends. Like, Rakan was buffed for his magic resist, and that's going to be a big thing for this game, I believe. Having magic resist for Aphelion side because of the AP comp that Pablo has chosen.
Yep. And the rotations coming in from Aphelion's side.
Oh,
like he said that Amumu is going to have no prior in the early game. It's happening. Wukong engages on Malphite. Gragas was doing his stun, lowering Malphite to half his HP, but flashes out with the ignite ticking on him to escape. Nothing much comes out of it. Amumu loses the double scuttle too, besides Aphelion Esports.
4 champions to take the scuttler, so they could end up losing in lane for that scuttler.
Yeah, but then bot lane is going to have some advantage of it because.
Oh look, wonderful gank from Malphite.
Yeah, instant gank coming in. Wukong goes in. Olaf using his ult as soon as he gets level 5, taking down from the turret damage, but Malphite's not level 5, so he's going to be able to get the kill. Good kill on Wukong. He's going to be really good to get the Black Hero first.
Yeah, it was a great start.
As champs are hitting level 5 on both sides, we can see that Amumu's pretty behind in this jungle already with 1,700 gold compared to the 2,100 gold of Olaf. But looks like
the difference, but Amumu is going there to get the farm, and Wukong's going to gank again. No, it's not gank, he's in the lane.
Yeah, it's always sometimes confusing, right? It's people have still not adjusted to the Wukong in the Baron lane. But yeah,
I'm not used to seeing the Wukong Baron yet, even though it is viable now.
Yeah, but this match is going to be pretty boring, pretty dull, because both the comps are looking around the level 5 ultimate place, right? Malphite, Amumu,
Don't say the match is going to be boring, you're going to make people leave.
No, it's going to be boring till the first dragon fight. Yeah, then nobody's going to leave, obviously. It's outcasting. So, you just hold on for a bit till the ultimates are online, till the dragon comes. Uske baad we will see 10 ultimates used in 10 seconds.
The dragon's going to come up now, and Rakan is still not level 5. Okay, he's just reached it. But level 5 is a very low level. You should be looking for level 6 by now, especially the junglers as well.
But the Malphite is level 5, right? And Wukong is now recalling back. All champs are at level 5. Rakan wasting his engage and his score.
Not good to start the dragon. I mean, we're starting the dragon here with level 5 instead of level 6. Olaf's at level 6, so he should be able to beat
If he uses the ult before Malphite uses the ult, it's going to be good. Orianna coming in into the match and Shockwave. Olaf going into that to steal the dragon, but misses. now the engage coming in from this Aphelion Esports getting the best of it. Wukong's ult knocking down 4 members of the team. Corki and Wukong trying to melt these camps. They seem to be successfully doing it. Corki getting a double kill, missing his flash into the dragon, but Wukong has one more third skill to go in. He gets the flash, he gets the kill, and double kill from Corki, double kill from Wukong, but the dragon has been lost. Ace coming in from Aphelion Esports, the late engage coming in from this team really helped them. Rakan playing his good play there to getting the disengage for this Corki, and Corki just melting away the team slowly and steadily.
Yeah, unfortunately, Olaf did not get the smite, but that ace really will help the game. I would take the ace over.
Yeah, it's a Cloud Dragon as well, right? So it's not going to matter as much, but the reduced cooldowns. Okay, it was the Asian Dragon, my bad. So the healing on the side of Pablo Escobar is not that much. You don't see much healing coming in from this team because they have a Malphite who's not going to heal much unless you build finish.
It's mainly just going to benefit the Kai'Sa. So yeah, I would take the. It should benefit the Kai'Sa a lot, which will help them in the late game. But yeah, I would take the ace any day just for the gold and the XP that you get from that.
Yeah. So right now we can see that both teams are recalling, getting ready for this Rift battle, because like I said, it's going to be just the battle of the ultimates here. Who lands their ultimates first is going to win. In the Baron lane fight going on between this Wukong and Malphite, nothing much is going to happen because Malphite has now got some solid armor, and Wukong has got a Black Liver to reduce that armor. So basically both of them are just sitting on health.
Yeah, and Corki's got a big lead on Kai'Sa as well.
Yep, she's completed almost halfway through completing her Triforce. She's completed her Muramana. She's stacking it. So it's going to be pretty good. Amumu again, starting of the dragon. A wonderful plan coming in from the backside with Wukong coming in broadly. So just drifting at Kai'Sa is caught by this Wukong. Wukong not using his ult. Amumu ulting 4 members there, but then Olaf has the ult as well to disengage. He has the fight. He has the kill. They get 2 more kills. They get the Rift Herald as well. Well played again by the Aphelion Esports, using their comp to the fullest to disengage and remove CC that was put on them.
Yeah, great choice to pick Olaf here against Mumu. Very
and
good.
Malphite.
Good counter here. Yeah.
Yeah. So now bot lanes are stuck fighting among each other. Now Wukong is engaging on this Malphite, but Malphite is going to escape without any damage taken to him. Wukong fighting melee.
Corki's package is ready, so let's see if he goes back to take it as well.
Yeah. We might be seeing Corki recalling soon. Corki might be going back to finish his Triforce now with the gold lead he has got. Somehow he seems to be stuck in the wall there. But I think the good scaling is actually there from this Orianna, right? Orianna and Tyson, they have good scaling. They might be able to win in the late game if they get this chain CCs, right? Malphite ult into Amumu ult into Wukong ult, into Orianna ult. It's going to be good. But
yeah,
4 members...
Orianna's first item is a scaling item. She's gone for the staff.
Seraphim Days. Changes staff Seraphim Days.
Yeah.
So she's taking it.
And Kai'Sa, unfortunately, she is over 1,600 gold behind Corki. Corki's also taking any for scaling items. So we could see, I think we will see a lead from the AT.
Obviously, we'll be seeing a Rift Herald has been used. 2 turrets have been created from both teams, but Aphelion Esports going to get the second tower to here as well. But they're going to be late for this fight for the Mountain Dragon. Mountain Dragon's super good for this.
It's also going to do some damage.
Yeah, super good for this Pablo Escobar team, right? Mountain Dragon, because they have shields from Orianna. They have the Kai'Sa having
maybe they could have stayed and they might have been able to leave the dragon and actually take the inhibitor instead. Inhibitor is definitely stronger than
Dragon has lost. Now they are coming in from Aphelion Esports. Wukong is there to get the ultimate, and they get the move. Orianna as well. They get the Kai'Sa as well. Another 3 kills coming in from the side of Aphelion Esports, but they lose the dragon once more to this Amumu, who's very in position every time to reach the objective.
Yeah. Amumu doing well to capture all the objectives. Even though his team is behind, those 2 dragons can really help to ease the gap, the 5k gold gap there is right now.
Yep, because you can see, right, the Mountain Dragon, Kai'Sa has a shield, Orianna has a shield, Amumu is building health, Braum building health, Malphite building health, and he has a shield.
Yeah, the Malphite extra shield is nice.
Yeah, the Malphite, the entire comp on the side of Pablo Escobar going to be benefiting from this mountain drive superiorly. So good dragon picked up for them, even though they have some of a gold deficit. And what do you think items wise?
Items, so Wukong and Olaf have gone for Black Cleaver because of the amount of tanks on the other team. So to help whittle them down and do a lot more AD. But yeah, Black Cleaver is usually a great pick if you're going for an AD comp with lots of AD champs. Wukong and Olaf are doing very well to do a lot of damage. So they are really, you know, if they target the same champ, they can whittle the armor down so fast and get a kill very quickly.
Yep, now the fight for the mid lane tower going on. This Wukong super fed set PvP smashing. He has the Sunfire Cape to do bonus burn damage while he's rotating, and he has the Black Cleaver as well. So he's going to be a tank killing tanks, to be honest.
Yeah, Sunfire is quite interesting after going Black Cleaver first. So let's see how that benefits him.
But they're giving up the mid trio right now. They might be on the verge of losing this mid tower, which is going to be pretty bad for them. Somehow they escape on 275. See, Orianna Shockwave coming in, melting this Gragas. Gragas on 1 HP, one more auto attack from Typhus is going to kill. But then Olaf against the result, he's exhausted. Orianna's poke is too much for them to handle. Corki coming in with some return poke, but Orianna is at full HP. A tower traded from Wukong. I think the mid lane tower is going to fall because all three of them are in such low HP. And the turret is gone. People coming in from this Wukong. Wukong is right. Wukong wastes its ult. Amumu is going to be ulting soon in 3, 2, 1. Amumu ults. Wukong is stuck. Wukong escapes with his
get in there. Paisa has her ult.
Yep. It was a waste of trades of ults from both teams. Nothing much coming out of it.
It was amazing engage by blue team. But Paisa not using her ult is very strange. I can see her cooldown here. She has not used her ult, which is surprising. Like I feel like, you know, she could have gone in there and got a lot of kills there.
Yep. Now the mid lane turret coming in from this side is going to be super good for Pablo Escobar because they have now prio over the jungle of Aphelion Esports, even though they have a gold deficit, a kill deficit. They have 2 dragons to their name, which is super good. But let's see what happens further. I think they should be aiming to get the mid lane tower. Pablo Escobar, or which already has it. Cork is scaling quite well, building up to the last whisper, 306 on her already, 10,000 gold compared to the 8,400 of this Kaiser. And now the Cloud Dragon is spawning in 16 seconds.
Yep, the game can still change. There's only a small gap between them. It's 4,000 gold difference, but 2 dragons on the side of Pablo Escobar.
Yep, please show items if possible. Baba.
By there, Orianna, but
Orianna is melted down so much by this Corki. 4 members looking into get into this fight right now. This time the red team, the Aphelion Esports is starting the dragon. Ult coming in from Braum, but Amumu's ult is already gone. So wonderful Wukong ult coming in with the Rakan ult, but then Amumu's ult is there to disengage. Braum gets the kill on Wukong. Now the Braum is being super good in this team fight. Corki and Olaf both are remaining. Now they are able to disengage. Amumu might be looking in for another stun on his Olaf. Olaf doesn't have the ult, but Corki is melting them from behind. Corki gets the kill on this Kaiser. Corki jumping in to assassinate this Kaiser as well. Yeah, Gragas kills Orianna with his damage, and now again it's the Corki and Olaf left on half an HP, and Amumu Malphite on full HP. They're going to be getting this dragon as well. A loss, definitely a loss for Aphelion Esports.
Yeah, that fight didn't really work, but it's still only a 40 gold gap though, so they haven't really benefited that much other than getting the dragon. The kills were kind of equal there, so they do have 3 dragons. It's really going to be vital to get the Infernal Dragon now, and I believe if they can also get the Infernal Dragon to get the 4th dragon, they should be able to win this game with just that.
Yep, and the Cloud Dragon is also going to give them extra 10% cooldown on their ultimates, which is going to be super useful because this team is all about the ultimates. The Orianna, the Kaiser, the Malphite, the A Momo and the Brom ult going to be super good, but a fight breaking down in the river. Brom being walked out to safety with the help of the shield from Oriana and his items. Now they're looking to clear the pit, Baron pit for some vision. Aphelion
Yeah,
is
it looks
good.
like after losing these 3 dragons, they might be starting to play more aggressive here, and they seem to be going perhaps for an ambush, and they're invading the blue jungle right now.
But I think Amumu has an idea because he saw them coming in from the top side. But he seems to be waiting himself for an ambush here.
Yep.
4
I don't think they
members.
know that they're there.
Yeah,
Oh,
now they know
that's
Kaita has Braum might be in a difficult position. Olaf using his ult as well. Oriana bursting down this Rakan instantly. Grag is stuck in the backside. Kaita using her ult to walk out now. Grag is completely one-shotted. Now Wukong coming in the last minute using his ult, but wasting the second part of the ult now. I think Pablo Escobar might be starting the Baron.
yes, the
Super
start of the
good to them.
Still three members alive on the red team, and Olaf is
Yeah, but then Wukong's going to get melted so quickly. And now Corki sees the Baron. Well played from this Corki, and Corki makes an escape. Kaisa might be chasing this Corki as well. Yeah, Corki is being chased by this Braum and Kaisa. Another 3 auto attacks from Kaisa. She's going to be stunned under tower. Wonderful use of this Zonia. He has the Baron against the buff. And now he might be able to get a kill back on this Kaisa. Kaisa, one more auto attack. Kaisa's dead as well.
Shut down.
Well played by Corki under tower, but he uses a massive shutdown to Diana.
Successful. You know, they let 2 people die for that, but they did manage to shut down that Corki and get rid of that Baron buff.
Yep, and they get the the Baron buff is completely gone, and they get a shutdown on Corki. And now the Oriana is much more stronger than this Corki right now. She has the death cap completed with that bonus gold she has received now, and now it's just the fight for the Infernal Dragon. They need to. I think the game plan.
Yeah, so the gold is now equal now, thanks to those dragons. They've really helped them in that fight.
It's actually on the lead. This Pablo Escobar 1,000 gold lead, right?
Yeah,
51,000
gold lead. Yep.
Yep.
Just under 1,000 gold lead, which is, when it's 50,000, that's about equal.
Yeah.
No one's going to be having any more extra items than that. So yeah, about equal on gold, actually 500 gold. And if they manage to get the Infernal Dragon as well, this should secure the game and massively turn around the game. Because, at the start, it did seem to be a Aphelion win. But yeah, the blue team have done really well to turn this around and take the lead with the dragons.
Yep, like I said, it's going to be boring until the ultimates are into play. It's just who uses their 10 ultimates faster. 5 to 5 ultimates, who uses it first is going to win. And somehow this Wukong is always late for the engage. Yep. They might not have vision there. Vision is on the side. Wukong might be face taking into a wrong position. Amumu might be able to use his dash to kill him now. Wukong still traveling precariously there. Wukong going stuck ultimating 5 people, but his GI is going to be popped instantly. This Wukong has definitely entered this match. But the Rakan coming in for an engage. Wow, Amumu getting unstoppable on this Corki in the back line. Amumu using Zonius to escape this incoming damage. So Zonius from Corki as well as a response, but then the Kaisa eliminates the rest of the team. And the Oriana.
Double kill Oriana.
Yep, the ultimate combos of AoE damage coming in from Pablo Escobar has turned this game around, and they have aced Aphelion Esports India and are moving for a solid, decisive game 1 victory with 3 dragons. Yep, 3 dragons to them, and Malphite is DMing into TP in the last position. Wow, there was a definite turnaround from what we were expecting.
Yeah. Big turnaround. It seemed like, even with the first dragon, they were losing on gold.
Yeah.
And now suddenly, look at that. Oriana, well-deserved MVP. Massive damage there. Her ult's really bringing out, such a good combo. Amumu, Malphite, Oriana. How they can just stack all on top of each other with their ults.
Yeah.
And just delete them with just those 3 ults.
Yep. Seriously well played from this comp. Pablo Escobar clutching it in the last moment to get a solid win. Their comp just scaled pretty well, right? They scaled too well for them to be.
Yeah, I think the dragons were very important as well.
Yep,
from Amumu managing to get more.
Yep.
It could have gone the other way though. With actually, yeah, it could have gone the other way with Olaf being so close to steal. He was right next to the dragon, but Amumu just managed to get the smite off before him.
Yep. Even the Baron still coming in from this Corki didn't help them much because they got instantly aced. That was a really good chase by the side of Pablo Escobar, getting the money back from the drug deal instantly and cleaning up this team before they could do anything with the Baron. Even though Sanchit played it super good, the Corki, played it really safe, farming up, getting his leads in the early game. It was just not enough with the multiple ultimates coming in from Pablo Escobar. The game of ultimates.
Really good comp just to have that massive combo.
It's just not one combo, right? It's combo after combo. It's the Braum ult, it's the Amumu ult, it's the Orianna ult, which she can throw on the Malphite, the Amumu or the Braum.
So much CC with high damage.
Yep. They all went tank and it's just Amumu the Orianna throwing balls after balls at the enemy team. Chad, Orianna, ball boy.
Yeah. Very good teamwork to do all those ults at the same time.
Yep. On the other side, shutdown series, I think it's going to be
even if Olaf manages to avoid the stun with his ults, he still takes all the damage from those abilities.
Yep, true.
Which is absolutely devastating. Orianna does such huge amounts of damage. Her one ult with her combo, is taking down almost one-shotting Gorky.
Yep.
And then you mix that in with Amumu and Malphite and, they're dead instantly.
Super good comp. They had a good comp to cancel it out, but then it was still not enough to cut it down.
Yeah, unfortunately, one champ who can negate that is not quite enough.
They got the Braum, they got the Orianna, they got the Kai'Sa, at that point.
I think the main problem was that none of them were building magic resist like they should have. Having such high magic resist champs on the other team, they could have negated all of that if they just had Force of Nature as their item, which Rakan and Gragas should have been the ones to build.
Yep. It's just the item, dude. The items from Wukong also super
four
cringe.
champions who do AP, and then you've also got Kai'Sa who has a lot of damage with her second ability with AP.
Yeah.
They really and her passive as well that does AP damage. You've got like 4.5 AP champs. The other team have got to be countering with Force of Nature.
None of them built any magic resist except Olaf in the last moment getting the Spectre Skull, working to finish his.
Far too late though.
Yep. And they didn't. They couldn't just beat the burst, and they should have got some GS.
I would have took it first item, Force of Nature.
Yeah, I think the ultimate waste was the Sunfire on this Wukong. He was never there for the fights, and it just got wasted. Even though he had a 5-7 kill lead in the early game, Sid not managing to rotate enough for his team, and then just getting balled in by this multiple ults. So, did you see the new patch notes coming in tomorrow?
No, I haven't. What's coming in?
No, they just released that, the buffs that, the buff and the nerf and the stuff.
Yeah, just what are the changes?
It's
hang on, let me read it now as well.
Yeah,
while we're on the stream.
Yeah, I'll just get you to that in a minute. It's a actual nerf buff to nerf to Amumu, nerf to I think it was Fiora. Fiora's getting nerfed.
Which patch is it? What's the patch code?
Patch, it's this thing, no? 2.3.
2.3C.
2.3C.
Oh, 2.3C, okay.
It's a buff to Leona, it's a buff to Braum, and it's a buff to Spirit Walker. I think that's the boot item. And it's a nerf to Amumu. I don't know what they're going to be nerfing Amumu for. And Braum, because he's now super good in the meta, right? With so many auto attackers coming into the game. The Lucian, the Senna, the Irelia, the Riven,
So,
all the new champs very
I
auto
see
attack defend.
Frozen Heart, Bramble Vest, and Thorn Mail is getting changed.
Yeah, Frozen Heart seems to be getting buffed, which is super good because you can build that on Narcissus. But I think Bramble and Thornmail is getting a slight adjusted for the worst. I think they're just going to be reducing the duration of the anti-heal given, maybe because it was buffed and it became present for 5 seconds as compared to Executioner's Calling. Because Executioner's Calling needs you to do damage, right? Thornmail is just giving you free anti-heal, which is, I think they might be reducing to half again. But nerf coming in for Evelyn, which I've completely not seen at all from quite a while. I don't know why they're nerfing Evelyn again. But nerf to Sona,
they're nerfing
Jana.
Evelyn. That's quite strange.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be picked too much. Maybe it's just a slight nerf adjustment. They usually would have said that. Sona and Jana getting nerfed.
Yep.
That's kind of expected. Jana is absolute pain right now. Ezreal nerfed. Fiora also nerfed. Does it tell you how they're going to get nerfed? Doesn't really say.
That'll come tomorrow, I guess. Exciting week coming in, for the next week. The dev diary is coming, the esports diary is coming, the patch is coming, the new items are coming in the next week. So it's going to be really fun for the circuit, plus, for generally players.
Yes, it's nice to see Pathfinder rune getting buffed as well.
Yeah, Pathfinder it was, right? It was not Spirit Walker, my bad. I thought it was the Spirit Walker. Yeah, Pathfinder. Yeah, super good. So it encourages more team fighting.
And there's a new Katarina skin. I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, Battle Kingdoms, Battle Academia is super good skin line. I think the Ezreal Battle Academia skin is the best skin of Ezreal in the game, to be honest.
It's Pool Party Katarina. I want that.
Oh yeah, that's not come yet, right? The Battle Academia skins are honestly one of the best skins to come into the game. It's super good, super well detailed, and a very good theme coming in also.
I like. I want Kitty Cat Katarina. Kitty Cat Katarina is my favorite.
Yep.
That's why I take it easy.
Yeah. Zero wanting them turkey skins for him to fap on. I'm sorry, the kids channel. Yeah. So right now the teams are getting into place. The bans are coming out.
Kha'Zix, first ban.
Yep. Under no circumstances will they be giving Iron his Kha'Zix. He's just so good on the champ, and it's very rare to see Indian players playing Kha'Zix, right? Because out of solo queue, because it's just it doesn't work in 5-man comps.
But they are letting him take a Mumu.
Yep. Might be seeing a Momo again, or they might be banning it again. Let's see what happens. I think Kha'Zix should be open because it doesn't work so well in 5-for-5 for comp, especially around objectives. Unless you're able to burst it down before the enemy turn comes, which is obviously possible with this champion. But Lee Sin ban coming in from the opposite team, denying the pick for this. I don't trust red jungle. It was Pudding's Lee Sin.
Pudding was Wukong last game.
Yeah. No, Pudding was not Wukong. Sid PvP was.
Oh yeah, they swapped.
PvP. Yeah. Yep.
My mistake. Wrong info.
Bans. Any more bans coming in? They seem to be pretty slow because these players know each other from a long time. So they're taking their own sweet time to decide the bans.
Yep, perhaps why they're not banning the meta champs and instead banning champions that they know that they're mains. Yeah.
Yep.
Comms issue on one side.
See, this is the fun part, right, of the Indian circuit, because it's open qualifiers. Any team can make up 5 members and come and have a go at this 10,000 cash prize. it's so good to see so many new talent coming in from the solo queue players in the team, especially since teams like Resilience and all are scouting for new players, which I'm a part of, to be honest. So it's nice to see new
Yep,
players, talents, which we can scout out and have them get into esports soon because they are playing
exactly.
before the circuit
More
has started.
people
Yep,
joining in, getting a part of it,
yep,
and
yep.
you know, some people working their way up to be in bigger teams.
Good players from both teams here. Sid PvP, erstwhile Rampage Baron Laner. Your
Okay.
your Baron Laner as well, right? For DRR card.
Huh?
He was your Baron Laner as well, no? For quite a while.
Who?
Sid PvP.
Yeah, he was, and I ended up leaving the team because of him.
No
he,
shade on stream. You're a caster now, big people. And then he came to my team for a while, and now
yeah,
he's
I mean, I think this team suits him more than DRR Kana did, is what I'm going to say.
Yep. He's going to be able to take a decisive role here and be pretty good
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
Sean and him are super good. With the previous experience in good teams. Sean himself was a part of Rebel, so there was a super good team in its prime. And now it's buffed a little more with the addition of Beyonder and Divine. So Iron, so Amumu, super good Amumu player. He was top 100 in Asia. Then now he switched over to Kazakhs, completely changing over his playstyle from a tank jungler, ultimate jungler to a assassin. And Summoner himself was on CC
If
as
you ban
well.
these other champs, he's going to stick with a Mumu,
Yep. It's their comfort
which
picks,
is
right?
his true name.
Yeah. Summoner's true man, it looks like he has 1300 games on this Amumu Summoner. CC
Wow.
Summoner YT. It was his tag sometime back. But now bans have come in. It's the Lee Sin ban, Kazakhs ban, Wukong ban, which we had seen. And now it's an Evelyn, Brom, and a Galio. Again, the Evelyn has been removed from Pudding. Brom and Galio, just two cancer picks that shouldn't be allowed in the game right now. So they've been removed. Brom getting hopefully enough to the ground next patch so that I don't have to, choose my picks on what the Brom counters against in the solo queue. Because it's pretty hard to play champs like Assassins against a Brom, AD Assassins, Rengar Kazakhs, if he's in the opposite team. He completely negates any burst going into the game, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So they're just getting ready to start their match soon. Hopefully, we will be seeing what happens. And on the other side, from the Eliminate Shutdown series, it's going to be CDC versus TGT. Cole seems to have returned to that match. Rebel getting a kill. I mean, a win against TGT in the first round of the Eliminate Group B series today. Just giving you results so you can stick here, which is obviously better because I'm here. 0-0. Baba's here.
What?
Shout out to Baba as well for having such amazing animations and VFX. It's right? What I said? VFX, yep. Baba, godlike streamer with the OP, super OP, what do you say? RAM, I guess. Good streaming quality coming in on the circuit. So you might see, it's all what it is now is going to be much, much better as the tournament passes. It's going to be evolving over time to become a beast for production from the side of Level Up. Now,
Yep,
I
sorry,
think the teams are ready. Should be ready.
I'm just having a look at the stream, so it's just being quiet for a sec. Sorry about that.
No problem, it's all good. Level Up OP. And I think it's Metagod in the chat. Shout out to Metagod. sexy casting yesterday, both of you? You did, right? You did with Bishi the first game, right?
Yeah.
How did you feel yesterday's games were? Bichu gang. Do you think these Bichu gang has a good future in the game as competitive players?
Yeah.
They seem to have played very well, right?
Yeah, I hadn't really seen them before, but I think they were great.
Yep.
I only be invited back to the game.
Zero left. How did you leave?
I was AFK for a sec. I was looking at the stream, wasn't I?
Party's full.
Yeah, someone leave then.
Okay, you can join now. Come.
Okay, wonderful. Have we done all the bans?
Yep.
Both ready? Can you remind us of the bans?
The bans are going to be Lee-Sin, Wukong, Aphelion, Bromgalio, and
Kha'Zix.
Yep. So into draft mode and take it away.
Sonny, go first pick, I guess. Ziggs wasn't bad this time.
Yep.
Common pick. And another tank comp by
Pablo Escobar. Pablo.
I don't want to keep saying Pablo Escobar.
In short form, PE. They're gonna pee on.
Yeah, P.
They're gonna PE on this show. Physical education coming in from these tanks.
Yep.
Or just pee. They're peeing on the Aphelion.
With these tanks.
The tanky boys coming in. Same comp coming in, right? But this time they have the Ziggs.
So, they're building tanks, they're building AP, and hopefully the other team do learn from this and take magic resist this time.
The same comp again. They have 3 tanks again with the Kaisa.
Alistair, Malphite, Amumu, all with the knock-up stuns.
Oh,
and
finally,
another AP
pick.
champ, another AP comp.
Yeah, go for the Akali. Go for the Akali. Actually, the Katrina would be so much better.
Katrina would fit in so well here.
Yeah. Katrina would be so much better. But I think he's going in for the safe ball boy again. Dude, it's literally the same comp from last game.
Yep.
They have Alistair. Alistair won't cancel for a burst comp. Tantrum.
Gragas must be the one to build Force of Nature this time. Gragas or Olaf is the second item.
I think it's Gragas
they
with
need to take magic resist. Otherwise, they won't lose to this comp again.
Yeah, I think Gragas magic resist Force of Nature is really not good.
They're taking Guardian Angel, but Guardian Angel is not going to help them that much. It'll stop them from dying once, but it's not going to. If you take a magic resist instead, it'll stop you dying altogether. Guardian Angel is great because it also gives you big armor, but you don't need armor against this comp. What you need against this comp is magic resist.
And you need, I think, every champ on this game on the opposite team should just get, what is that item? Quicksilver Sash. So they escape one ultimate at least.
Yeah, possibly.
One ultimate at least they might be able to.
But they use it after one ult, and the next ult comes in. I think I'd rather take Stasis.
That you get stuck in between 2 ults.
Welcome to WildRift.
But again,
what Olaf and Gragas need to do is that for this comp, Olaf and Gragas do need to be taking Force of Nature somewhere in their comp. Somewhere in their item build, they need to be taking something like Force of Nature, or Gragas take a Pistol Mask, something with magic resist.
I think, to be honest, both these champs benefit much better from Spirit's Research, to be honest, because they get a little bit of health to tank the burst damage coming in. Force of Nature still leaves you a bit squishy more than I like it. So if you're able to survive 2 worlds,
trying to invade this time.
Mid coming in, the Alistar knocks away the Ziggs from the fight. Olaf still there. Level 1 Olaf is super good. He's getting exhausted by this Alistar. And now 5 members of Pablo are here to contest this. Olaf getting a level 2. 2 flashes coming in from the enemy team. And Olaf getting the blue buff on the early. First time I see this team, Aphelion, using their early game dominance with this Olaf and Lulu to get something out of this Amumu and preventing him from farming. Super good play from this team.
Yeah, well played. They done a good invade there and also took the Gromp as well.
Yep, and 2 flashes
And
they got as well.
Very early in, only 1 minute into the game, already leading 400 gold. 300 gold, sorry.
Yep, and they got the heal from Kaiser, they got the flash, they got the exhaust from Alistar. I think super good, worth it, and none of the other Aphelion needs any sums here. Plus they get a lot of prio for this first scuttle coming in.
Yeah, slowing down Amumu's jungle is really important in the early game, and Amumu really heavily relies on the blue buff. So really needed that. And now coming to the scuttler, it seems, Amumu, but he's very low health, going to get poked away by Ziggs and unable to take the scuttler.
But the Ziggs is super behind, he's level 2 compared to the Orianna is level 4. So mid lane paying the brunt of that invade. And on the Baron lane, what do you think?
Yeah, roaming Lulu here, just hoping that Tristana can hold her own, which she can do quite well with her jump.
Yeah. What do you feel about the Baron lane matchup with the items they seem to be going?
Well, we can't see much about the items now. We've only seen the first, the starter basic items, but to me it looks like Gragas is going to be building Sunfire Aegis. He's going for tank Gragas.
Luden's coming in on
Malphite is starting with magic.
Yeah. Amumu seems to be going again for the Leandri's first item, and Orianna is seeming to stack here into the Seraphs, while Ziggs is going for the Luden's Echo. 300 gold leads coming in. Olaf again has level 5. They might be able to repeat what they did last game, but this matchup, Malphite's again not level 5. Ziggs flashing in for no reason, and the Olaf gets the first blood. And Olaf using his ult is of no issue because he is going to get it pretty soon.
Waste of time there doing the tower damage. They knew that, so they're just backing off.
Yep.
So still with only around 500 gold lead.
Yep. Super good play.
Yeah, Amumu finally getting to his blue buff as well.
Yeah, fight going on in the bottom lane. Nothing, no, not now. A little bit back, but then nothing has happened in the bottom.
Lead with 600 gold lead. But the rest of the team are doing quite well to win their lanes. So, for example, the Kaisers slightly above. I mean, you can say it's about equal, but that 100 gold lead can be difficult to get the items for.
Might be forced to use. Force the Alistar to use ult now, and Alistar's not going to have ult for this first dragon. Kaisa's retreating back to get her Q upgrade.
Kaisa's backing, Orianna's backing. They could start the dragon here.
Yep, they are going to start the dragon here. They're going to have the Lulu shield on this Olaf. Lulu getting on this Olaf in his ult is going to be super good for this combat. Yep, they're going to get the Cloud Dragon for free. Olaf gets the first dragon and wasted.
Yeah, huge mistake there by the red team. You cannot be backing when they've got so many team members right by the dragon. And Cloud Dragon will go to the blue team.
Yep, and the first items coming in from both sides now. Sunfire completed for this Gragas, Blade of the King complete on this Tristana.
Now Gragas,
Death Dance
if Gragas really wants to be tank Gragas and really wants to assist this game, he must, as I've said, he must be going Force of Nature now. So let's see.
I think he might be going Bismil Mask if I have taught him right. But Force of Nature is not very good on Gragas, right? Because you need the enemy team to do their magic damage to you. and you're going to be still squishy. It doesn't give you any health to synergize with your passive. The
Oh,
gold
no,
value.
it's great. Force Domination here would be absolutely perfect. I mean, with Gragas here.
Fight going on to this Amumu. Olaf using his ult. Amumu is going to get the plan to escape. Redemption coming in. The ultimate coming in. Olaf flashing in to go into Amumu. True damage from the circle. Going to get it. The third jump in from this Tristana. The big ult coming in clutch to get the Kai'Sa as well. Kai'Sa not able to use the ult to get in. The ult coming in from Orianna. The barrier popped on Tristana. Tristana makes it out to safety. And now this Orianna has tried to back them away from the tower. But the tower is already down. They have big there. Tristana. Yep, Olaf still catching up to this Orianna. One more third skill. He's going to kill this Orianna. Olaf destroying this Orianna as well. Getting the first tower. Getting so many kills. And now a solid 4-0 lead for the side of Aphelion Esports, and at the barrel lane as well. Gragas gets a solo kill on this fight. Yep.
Yeah, they got the champions coming.
Yep, Gragas getting a kill on Malphite in the barrel lane as well. Going to be trying to knock down this turret. But now the 5 members.
What?
How did Olaf feel the what happened?
What just happened?
What the hell happened? Wait, how did Olaf red buff? Yeah, Olaf red buff get his turret.
Wait, that is insane.
So weird. How the hell did that happen? Olaf's red buff, last pick of Olaf's red buff getting the
That's
return.
for YouTube right there. Someone go re-record
This is
that.
going to be such an I mean, it's going to be so much of a tilt for Pablo Escobar at this point. They had 4 members on the rift, and the person who's not even at the rift gets the kill. It's going to be so tilting.
How did that happen? That is the chances of that happening. That little burn from the red buff, managing to take that dragon. That is so crazy.
Yeah, and it's not a joke, right? It didn't happen as a glitch. You can see it in the items. Olaf has the rift herald.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird.
The chances of that are just so crazy.
A fight going on in the bottom lane. Vic seems to be caught off and exhausted. The TP coming in. Redemption has been used. Gragas uses a massive stun. Amumu's ult has been completely wasted. Gragas ult coming in, knocking back Amumu into the fight. And now the kill comes on the jungler. And now another
They've come back to, really be winning against this team now.
Yep,
So,
they're going for the correct items.
Olaf has taken teleport, right? But he's got the boot, and for some reason he's also built armor. It's strange. Taking armor against Kai'Sa.
Olaf using ult to go on his Malphite. Malphite on to half HP, 2 damage from Olaf picking down. Malphite using ult to go back into his dead. Why? And Olaf is killed. The Kai'Sa getting a return on this. Olaf getting a solid shutdown. Mountain Dragon has spawned now, but the jungler is not present.
They're still too far behind.
But they've killed off the jungler
they
now.
could be starting the Infernal Dragon now, especially with Ziggs recalling. They can take this.
Alistar engaging on this Tristana. Tristana bursting down the sky. Third bomb, fourth auto attack, and she gets it with a kill. Now Gragas is looking to rotate and get the Amumu before the dragon is there. But Amumu is going to be able to steal it. Fight it and escape in return. Orianna is coming in to take it down, but it doesn't work. Lulu getting the kill onto this Amumu. And now Gragas is using his damage on the Alistar, and he is able to kill the Alistar as well. Another 3 kills coming. Orianna surviving on the Seraph's Embrace shield, and Olaf flashing in. The Zonia is being used by the Orianna. One more turn ability. Ult coming in from Lulu, and Tristana getting the Orianna as well. The flash coming in from Lulu to escape. Kai'Sa is going to be able to bust it down. Olaf using Zonia's under tower. He might be able to being burnt down a very.
Take some more here. Oh, just missed.
So
close. Kai'Sa's second ability almost hits Gragas there, and she could have also possibly had her ult up. Which let me check.
It is not on cooldown.
She does not have her ult up, but if she did, she could have gone in and got those 3 kills there. But unfortunately, no ult there for Kai'Sa.
My tower time failed from the side of Pablo, but then they are so ahead right now. I don't think it matters. 11 for 3, almost a 9,000 gold lead. And 3 turrets to 0.
Yeah, they both got 1 dragon, and but it does seem heavily in the favor of the blue team right now.
Yep, last time they had the Olaf, but they didn't have the Lulu, and this time the comp seems to be working out the Olaf, negating the engager. He seems to be very proactive in this game, going in before the enemy can engage. The Rifter is still stuck on this Olaf, going to be able to
very
spawning
strange.
instantly.
Gragas taking armor item, which is very strange. As I mentioned, the red team has taken a full AP comp with only Kai'Sa to do some AD damage. And
now Pablo Escobar seems to be bursting down the Baron just to interrupt you there. Teleport coming in from the Gragas. Tristana ulting away the Amumu goes into the filter. Ult and gets the steal! Gets the massive steal! The ult is on the Ziggs. It's a wasted Lulu ult, but Amumu is stuck in the pit, so he's able to get the kill. Four members.
That's 4 champions with the Baron buff.
Yep, they escape
Fantastic
safely.
steal.
Yep. Oriana and the Amumu ult is classic combo, right? It's super good in the Baron fight as well. They just jump in the ult and they get a kill. But the Tristana might be stuck in a fight here. As it's getting them down to pretty low health. So 2 more autos. A Q. The ult from the Kai'Sa. Killing. A flash. A wonderful flash from this Kai'Sa to escape. Yep, super good play. This Oriana might be a little bit overextended now, trying to get the mid lane tower, but she flashes again. I don't know why the Oriana flashed, to be honest, but just the blast cone, I guess.
I don't know either. I was looking at that.
Yeah, just securing with the blast
Making
cone
sure
and the
she
mid lane
can
tower.
Just to make sure.
Yep. Why get one vaccine when you can get all 5? Oriana very sick. He has 3 masks towards this Oriana.
He doesn't want to die any more time. Especially with the Baron buff.
Yep, true. And this tower might be able to fall down as well with the Baron Empire minions. This Gragas in tank, no much damage to clear the waves except his abilities. Now he seems to be going for the Spirits to that.
Yep, it seems like Gragas is finally going for Magic Resist, which is much needed because, I feel like the red team can still really counter here. And Gragas has gone for a huge mistake on his second item, taking an armor item when the red team do not have armor. Do not have AD champs.
Except Kai'Sa,
yeah, except Kai'Sa, who does she does a bit of both. She's got a lot of magic damage on her passive and second ability. But
the dragon has spawned.
There's only one champion that does AD damage. And Gragas has taken an armor item for the second item, which is, very, very, very strange to see. So, let's see. It seems like they're going to ambush here for the dragon. Let them start first.
Yep, Amumu, Oriana and Kai'Sa starting the dragon, Malphite and Alistar in the backline waiting for them. 5 members of Aphelion Esports going in. They might be going in for the 6 ult coming in, killing. The steal! The ult is on the Olaf, but he's stuck with his anti-heal coming in, and now they're getting poked. So both teams are getting super poked. Heal coming in. This Amumu's going in, the Alistar's going in, but the Kai'Sa walking to get the kills. Ziggs is stuck in a pretty flashes to his mistake. What is going on? This is I'm not able to process the flow of events, but all ults being used in the Dragon Pit. All ults being used in the Dragon Pit.
But did not win the fight, and that could be down to their items. Now Olaf also building armor. What is going on? Olaf also taking armor items against an AP bomb.
Yep.
We could see a turnaround and the red team coming back in the late game with these item choices from the blue team.
We might be seeing it, but right now both teams are pretty low. They seem to be getting their minions to be cleared. A little bit greedy on their side, but backing away. Sorry for all the stuttering and I just couldn't make out what was going in, right? I'm saying Amumu ult is going on, but Olaf ult is used at the same time. I don't know where.
Everyone is going off at the same time.
Yeah. Now the Baron is coming, and both teams seem to be coming for the clearance.
Looks like someone should be setting up for the Baron soon. That Scuttler has to go before the blue team consider starting it. Another ambush here.
Alistar getting a double man knock up. Oriana is not there in the fight. Yeah, Ziggs ulting in, but no damage coming in. They have so much magic resist that Ziggs ult almost useless in that fight. But Olaf's ult is popped, Lulu's ult is popped on herself, and now the chance is for the Amumu to go in.
Stop the Baron. Yeah, they will.
The 5 members of Pablo seem to be starting the Baron. Yep, Ziggs has no ult. Olaf might be able to use the blast to go in and steal. He doesn't get it. Amumu ult right in time, but Gragas puts a massive ult in the pit. They might be able to turn this one around. Malphite is stuck in the pit and they get a kill. The blue team has get 2 kills. Tristana getting the reset on the Amumu. She gets the flash, but then the Baron and Bird minion seems to be whittling her down and they escape on 2 HP. Yep. The 5 is it's 3 kills from this side. They might be looking to end the game now. They don't have the Baron, but then they have Ziggs, they have Tristana. They might be able to burst these turrets faster than they can. But will the Baron empowered minions be the savior for this team? Amumu and Alistar really won't be able to do anything. Alistar is going to knock up this Olaf. Olaf has used his ult. He has the true damage. Ziggs has the satchel and burst down the turret. And now the ult is on the Lulu. And they look to be trying to end Ziggs ult coming in. They killed the Amumu. Now Kaisa has respawned. Will he be able to kill the Gragas ult coming into disengage? Will it be? It looks like it's going to be a turn. 170, 77, and the Kaisa gets the last hit. The last hit coming in from Tristana, ending the amazing battle of the ultimates.
Both ADCs really doing well that game.
Yep.
But yeah, well played.
Well played. It's a 1-for-1 for the side. Aphelion getting 1k and 1 win, and Pablo Escobar getting another win. It's now the best of 3. The last match will be deciding who moves on to the contenders. Super close match. Super close match coming in from.
Yeah, that almost switched again in the mid game.
Yep. Aphelion playing very well in the early game, and then the mid game just switched around again with the poke damage. This time, Oriana couldn't do much.
It was almost a huge play, but unfortunately did not work out for them, and the Baron buff ended up being quite useless.
Yep. Let me just catch my breath for a minute here. The battle of the ultimates coming in from both teams.
Yeah, and that Ziggs ult was quite funny. Sorry, the Ziggs flash.
The teams press ults faster than I can talk.
Yeah.
Ziggs ult was awkward.
Oriana ulting at the same time.
Yeah. Well played from both teams. Good aggression from this time from the side of Aphelion, getting their priorities on track and somehow getting their comps in place, executing their comp well. The Tristana getting a reset in the last fight, somehow managing to win the game, second last fight. Super well played.
Yeah, very good. So what's happening now? Is there one more game?
Yeah, it's a best of 3, right? It's going to be the last coming in. Might be making the lobby soon. Lobbies have been made now. Chat's on fire.
Good.
Very well played from both teams. They're spamming the water emoji in chat. Seeing my voice. So what do you feel? Will they try to pick the Amumu comp again? Amumu Malphite comp? Or will it be somewhat different?
I feel like it might be banned this time.
Change to draft modes. Okay.
In case the same thing happened in the first game. So I need the invite again.
Yeah. And the four teams are in the lobby. Zero, are you here? You're not here yet. Come.
Nope, just 1 second.
Baba is here.
Yep.
And might be a very thrill-clutching match for this last one. Is day 2 of the Open Qualifiers round of I think was round of 8 between Aphelion versus Pablo Escobar. Very talented players from both teams.
Yeah,
Very one-sided
lovely
comps
AP
coming in
comps
from both teams here. Yeah. Very one-sided comps coming in. One-sided, I mean the very similar comps coming in from on both the matches.
Yep. Then AP comp both times. They only switched out Alistair for Braum because Braum was banned, right?
Yep.
Ziggs banned this time.
I mean, it was two camps.
Ziggs
Even though
was
Ziggs was not
effective
doing
in
any
the last
damage. Yeah. He didn't do any damage at all because he went for the Leandri second. He went for the Ludens first. And at that point, all three tanks had gotten magic resist.
Yep.
So, just for some information, guys, last match, the Rift Herald, it will become the main, the first clip for the teaser for the tournament. So basically what happened is Olaf gets a smite, right? The red smite takes a few seconds to, it does a little bit of damage over time. Plus the red buff, once it's on the objective, it's the burn stays for quite a while. So somehow the Sunfire burn didn't get the smite. The smite didn't get the smite. The AoE damage
the basic
from the
attacks
enemy
coming in, the abilities coming in.
Yeah.
No, somehow
Nothing mattered, and the Rift Herald had a liking to this Olaf somehow and getting a kill. I mean, getting a steal on this Rift was super weird. Smite burns passive.
Yeah.
Basically.
I was so unlucky.
That also, the team members in themselves are, super shocked that happened. Apparently, her meta got saying that it was the red buff burn ended. It was the smite burn at 11 HP, and it was just a lucky smite coming in, the burn coming in from this pudding hacks. Are the bans out? I don't see the bans. Okay, the bans are out somehow, and we missed. The Ziggs ban we did see.
Yeah.
But the Ziggs ban, Braum ban, Alistair ban,
Yeah, Ziggs, Galio, Lee Sin,
and
Malphite.
Yep. They're still leaving the Amumu this time. And the Kazakhs is also left. Will he fall him to his main Kazakhs and somehow give up the Amumu? Or will he continue?
Yeah, I feel like we might be seeing another AP
Amumu
comp
game.
this time. Just no Malphite, probably switched out for perhaps Gragas if they can get him first. But Sid does seem to be picking first for the other team, so perhaps not.
I mean, if they're going to go for the tanky again, tanky frontliners, I think Pudding's is defaulting to Olaf again. But other than that, we might be able to see some variety, hopefully, in the Baron lane. Sid playing Gragas last match, it was okay, pretty decent. The previous match he played Wukong. Let's see if he's able to bring out a bruiser like Darius or Kami Let's see if he's
Yep.
able to clear those stamps. But nothing much in mid lane. Both times it was Oriana. The first match it was against Gragas, and now this time it was a Ziggs. So control mage is coming in from both teams. Uh, mm, and the bottom lane it was Corki and Kaisa and what was the other person? It was Kaisa versus who last match?
Kaiser and Tristana.
Oh yeah, Tristana, of course, Tristana. But the Lulu Olaf comp working out pretty well. Last time they picked the Olaf, it was not able to work.
Teams they are ready to start.
Seemingly.
Go. GGG.
Good luck, both teams. It's going to be the final match to decide whether you get into one step closer to the Contenders League.
Good luck, have fun.
Yep. And we're off
We're off,
into
starting
draft
draft.
mode. Take it away.
Is this going to be a Mumu again?
I think Kha'Zix. Hopefully it's a Kha'Zix. Let's see. Will we get a Kha'Zix on
Yeah,
the
something
memes?
different this game, perhaps.
I think he's deciding Kha'Zix or Amumu. Kha'Zix or Amumu. Kha'Zix or Amumu. Choose the Kha'Zix. Go for it.
Wukong! Wukong has been picked.
Denying the Wukong from pudding.
And Gragas again, comfortable pick for Sid.
Yep. Sean going on for a Skorky. I thought they would have.
Teams are swapped around. It looks like the red team's going to take the AP comp this time.
Yep. Now they have the Leona and Kaiser from the side of Pablo. The
Yeah,
Leona
Kaiser working well in
summoners.
the last game.
Yep, but this Corki and Dragus are going to scale super well. Have both of them have good disengage, and they're going again. They might be looking for another Olaf jungle because they've gone for the same bot lane comms this time. The Olaf,
Yeah, Lulu and Tristana.
Yep.
Good picks.
Baron lane might be Renekton
Leona
really
good
lock
at
in.
countering and Chancer supports, so could struggle. Lulu could struggle against Leona.
Yep.
Ari also very strong pick against champions like Gragas.
Defaulting to his Olaf again against a lot of stuns coming in from this side. Wukong's airborne, the Leona's alt stun route, whatever she has.
Renekton, the charm.
Yep, another good Olaf pick coming in, but this time Olaf doesn't have a frontliner like he had last match. I mean, he still has the gravity.
It seems like this time they're going to have to use Gragas' ult to engage.
Yep, no engage on this.
Or cookie package.
Yeah. Cocky package so puts him in trouble, right? Sonical, if he goes into the package, he has to use his W to come out.
Yeah, but after cookie package, it seems like Gragas has had to follow up anyway. So they'll look to engage together.
Have a more balanced comp coming in from both teams this time around. Super late game scaling, but from both times they have some early, they have AP, they have AD as well. So very, very balanced comp coming in. None of them going for some crazy ultimate, super ultimate place. This Renekton can do.
Very mixed comp here. So, doesn't strike me as there being any kind of major plan whether they're going for team fights, split pushes. Seems to be a very well balanced comp for
WildRift.
for everything.
Yep. Level 1 started. We are in the game. It's the final match of the BO3 versus with Pablo Escobar versus Aphelion Esports India. Both team managers in the chat. Blazing Kato is here. Pablo Escobar obviously being super good with their fanboys in
Business
chat.
side of things.
They've got the audience into supporting them, it seems like.
Yeah, the red team going for the blue buff and the blue team going for the red buff. It's hard to say.
Into say, use their names, bro.
Red team going for blue buff.
somehow they've gone bone plating on this Kai'Sa, which I feel is weird for an ADC. There's so many other better runes you can go for in game. But
Sorry, what was he taking?
bone plating, Kai'Sa is bone plating.
Bone plating. Bone plating for Kai'Sa.
Yeah. Leona going in level 2, getting a stun on the Tristana, root on the Tristana, but Tristana flashes out to escape and gets the honey fruit. She gets the ward.
Yeah, but bone plating is very strange here. So I just want to mention that bone plating is used to counter high burst champions once you can do burst combos. You know, champions like Fizz, Katarina, Ari, champions like that, but the red team do not have many champs like that, so we might not see bone plating coming into a big effect this game.
Traded on both sides now. Kai'Sa and Leona getting the bot side started, and the Baron side is taken by 4 members of Aphelion. 3 members. Let's see. And the Greg is getting the early game prior for the pull up.
Yeah, Tristana almost got 5, recalling now.
Yep, super hard farming.
Yeah, much more equal game at the start this time. There's been no early kills, equal on gold, just sticking to farming on their lanes.
Yep. And who do you think scales better if they're just going for the farming?
For scaling, I'm not too sure, because Olaf is better more in the early game. Well, he was nerfed on the armor recently. Well, not really recently now, but because of his armor nerf, he is not so good in the early game, but usually it's around early in the game where Olaf will be the strongest. Champions like Kai'Sa, of course, scaling very well into the late game, as most ADCs do. Engage here.
Fight again in the Baron side, and the first hit coming in for this Gragas. Gragas escaping with half an HP. This has been putting game plan all the 3 games going on this Baron laner and getting the kill for Sid this time. Is it Sid, right?
Yeah, very well played. Nixon very close to escaping those jumps right out of the way, but he did not use his splash. Renekton possibly could have escaped that if he used his splash.
Yep, this has happened last 2 games. You should be knowing that this is going to happen again, dude. Just level 5, just walk back out of tower range and go under tower. 2 times it has happened already. Seems to be Pudding's main.
They're really bullying Rapscallion here.
Yep. I feel the comp is more balanced, who scales better from the side of Pablo.
I mean, they've both got earlier game junglers, and Wukong and Olaf working better in the early game. Whereas the ADCs Corki and Kai'Sa are known for being very, very strong later in the game. So they do have quite equal comps in terms of scaling. Like, we should see the early game, late game, not many huge power spikes that are going to make a difference, because they should be equal throughout the entire game. So it's only going to depend on the skill of the players and how many kills they can get, and Dragons to push themselves above with not many power spikes happening.
I think it's a solid int on the item for Leona, not going for any boots, going for a Barmis in the first item, but I don't know whether that's good. Leona using the ult, missing everybody. Leona engaging on his Lulu. To escaping. Lulu still has the ult. Flashed out by Leona. Olaf using his ult. She's able to melt down the Leona with the true damage. Renekton being chased down. Olaf chasing down 3 members of the team. While the Gragas, the Corki and Tristana are able to finish off this rest of the members. Ari trying to charge for the wall, but Olaf has a smite and he gets the Ocean Dragon, getting the first 3 blood.
Poor positioning after Corki's ult, no follow up on there, so not after Corki's ult, Corki's package, and he was way out of position with no one there to help him, no Gragas to actually, use the ult effectively to assist him, and unfortunately leaving Corki in a very exposed position to get shut down by all of the blue team.
Oh, but then they escape, right? Corki escaped.
Yeah. Corki just managed to get out, and but yeah, they didn't manage to get the kill, and that unfortunately led to the dragon getting lost.
I think it was a super int from Leona, to be honest. She missed the ult, but she still went in, and that gave Lulu a chance to get her feet back into the game and ult, and
Yeah,
somehow they
I
managed
think,
to.
Has spawned.
the engage was nice by Leona, but unfortunately the team were not fast enough to get there. No might come in to try and catch up. No, what would have been nice to see here is, for example, like a flash from Wukong. Wukong still hadn't used flash. For example, a flash from Wukong coming in and using his ult to assist Leona, and then the rest of the team coming in while they're stunned. But we didn't see any of that, unfortunately, and Leona stuck on the run and forced to retreat while having her cooldowns on.
Yep. And now the 4 members of Aphelion seem to be walking in, baiting the Baron, doing the dance for this Rift Herald. Nothing much coming out of it. They might be pincered by the side of Pablo.
Yeah, playing very aggressive. They're going to go for the Rift Herald, but they just pulled it out of the game. Now being
Yep, they might be looking in for a fight. Gragas is teleporting in next ult. Leona getting 4-man stun. Olaf getting the fight in the engage. He gets the engage, he gets the Leona. Gragas ult. Lulu ult is on Gragas, complete waste. This Ari is using so much true damage, poking out this enemy team. I think they get a kill and they reset. This Olaf might be looking to get a steal, but it's an intro. Don't go back in. And he seems to have made the right decision. He walks out. Kaisa getting bursted down by the Scorpion. Yep, and the rift goes to the side of.
Yeah, very well played by
Pablo Escobar.
Did sacrifice her life, but that stun was absolutely huge and really helped their team there to secure the result and force the red team back.
They get the rift, but they lose a kill. They die.
Yeah, that's certainly worth it though. Rift Herald, if I was to value it, I'd value it around 2.5 kills. At this stage of the game, especially when the cooldowns are so short, sacrificing Leona for that Rift Herald is totally worth it to them, and they will be very happy with that.
I think Leona should have just gone for a proper support item instead of the Sunfire, because I think that's the difference which is coming up there, getting bursted down.
Yeah, Sunfire is usually
fight going on in the battle lane. Corki, Renekton and Olaf are giving fights in there. Renekton gets a very clutch heal, but then they're able to walk out and kill on this Renekton, and the first tower going in for the side of Aphelion.
Yeah, good tower dive there. No team to assist, so what the team should be doing
coming in, Leona coming in the bottom lane. Lulu is ult on the Sasha might be able to get melted. The redemption saves her. Kaisa on 1 HP. A tower dive to go fail. A failed tower dive and 3 kills coming in. What a failed tower dive. This Lulu ult completely cucking the Leona from getting a kill with her ult. And the Wukong side also ways to just leave them 3 deaths. 8-0. Aphelion in a solid 6,000 gold and 2 dragons for their side.
Yeah, that is the right decision. You've got you losing the tower on that side. You've got 3 champions ganking your 1 Baron laner. You have to be focusing on the other side of the map. Ari, unfortunately, in the wrong decision, should be going to the other side of the map as well instead of trying to defend that tower. And they made the right decision, but unfortunately, they did not have the skill to pull it off. And Tristana and Lulu did end up surviving.
Yep. So ahead right now, 8-0, around 8,000 gold lead, 2 dragons apiece. I think the game is solidly locked in to Aphelion's side. Failed map rotation from Pablo. It was actually a good ult, right? It was actually a good Leona ult stunning both of them, but then Lulu's ult just threw away Wukong.
Yeah, it was a good decision to go in there, but like I said, it's just, the small micro differences that have caused Tristana and Lulu to just be the better players to win that fight. But overall, it was a good call to go for that tower, and unfortunately, they just couldn't pull it off.
Yep. And now they seem to be walking in. The Olaf ulting in, ult coming in, the Ingress also coming in.
Olaf ulted, but exhausted as well. He's just gonna match.
Yep. Lulu ult wasted also, but there's no objectives on board right now, so I don't think it matters much. Mid lane somehow defended. Ari also on bone plating.
Oh. Dragon's
Why?
on the floor, but then move up into well,
Yep, and now the mid lane tower being boosted down by Aphelion, getting the mid lane tower as well. They have 3 towers to 0 towers on this side. 10,000 gold lead at 11 minutes.
yeah, this is decisive already.
Literally bursting down the second tier diamond tower as well. It's kind of melting with her bomb. And the tower falls.
And
Diana
another
goes in. Ice coming in from both the teams, and the Wukong is instantly destroyed by the Gragas ult. The kill coming in on the Olaf. The first kill of the game going to Ari, but then Tristana gets to get a reset.
Are they going to the inhibitor or are they going to go back to the Baron?
I think they might
Seems
be
like they will go back to the Baron.
No, but then Olaf is dead, right?
Yeah,
But then
but,
follows the jungler from.
yeah, but so is Wukong.
Yeah, so is it.
So they should probably have gone for the Baron.
Yep. Just to show the item leads once more. Before that, there's going to be a fight breaking out. Nothing much happens.
Yeah.
It's the items. You can just see the massive item lead. Tristana finishing the Infinity Edge. She has the rapid fire cannon complete as well. And Olaf on the Black Cleaver and the Death Stand. And Infinity Edge Triforce for the Scorpion. Sunfire and possibly an Iceborne Gauntlet on this Gragas. The voice seems to be cutting off a bit there.
Okay. That's right. Huge tower lead as well. 4 towers down. With only zero ability.
They're looking to catch this Corki.
Oh, good.
Instantly
Good
busted.
gank there. Good ambush there on Corki.
Yep. 2 kills to this Ari, the first 2 of this game for the side of Pablo. They have the good ults to engage like the last 2 games. We might be able to see a comeback, but I think it's too behind. What do you feel? Is there a chance for a comeback for this team?
It will be difficult for sure when you're so many towers behind, so much gold behind, and also 2 dragons down. There is not much you can do in this situation but just keep farming, keep getting those small, those ambushes down like we did with Corki, and hopefully gain a lead.
Wukong ulting in, the ult, Lulu ult is on the Olaf. Olaf is chasing into the team, but the 2 damage from Ari getting a kill from here. They get Gragas, massive Gragas ult. Tristana getting the reset on this fight, and he gets the double kill. He's Renekton ulting in, getting a massive slice and dice, but then he's going to be able to getting melted. The Kai'Sa getting a return kill.
Oh, Tristana reset.
Yep, Tristana got another reset. He has the quarter kill. Can he go for the penta? Wukong, just give it to him, bro. Come on, just go give him the penta.
No
Tristana getting the massive reset.
Absolutely huge for the red team, and I think that quarter kill has for sure sealed the game as a victory for the red team.
They might be able to get both inhibitors right now because the dead timers are only about 10 seconds. Wukong might have ult, but he might be looking to clear the way, but if he stays long enough,
I mean, if Tristana gets the kill here, you can probably think the potential kill coming in late.
no,
Not likely.
doesn't happen. I think they're just going to be rotating for this Mountain Dragon which Olaf is starting with.
Surprised they haven't thought about going for the Baron because this game is such a huge lead. So they're going to do that next time with the Dragon. Oh well.
Fight going on with Gragas
what an escape.
escaping with the Lulu ult, coming in clutch to save the fat man, the croc, as you say in French. For some reason I know
very
that.
good attack there by Ari, but Gragas managing to escape really well.
Yep. RPG Stan in the chat saying not picking a Mumu diff. Truly coming in this match. If they had a Mumu, I think it might have been a little bit different. But Wukong not able to do as much as he can with this compared to a Mumu like he was last game. 14-4, a 14,000 goal lead, a 3 dragon lead, and now they might be just going for the Baron.
Very confident player, and right before Mumu gets nerfed, he hasn't been nerfed yet. Still got the chance to use his big potential.
Yep. Charm coming in from Ari, but
Almost.
then Corki just escapes.
Now I'm all spooled up.
getting the package and walking back into the fight. Now they might have Prio for this Baron. Gragas just taking every jungle camp of this Wukong from super behind just on his Black Cleaver and a mix and match of items. So the
Ari
Spectre
taking
Owl-
Morella Nomicon now for to stop the healing from Corki and Olaf and from the Ocean Dragon.
Olaf now has GA though, he has the Lulu ult as well. They're going to be bursting on this Baron.
Yeah, they will be the Baron.
Lulu, I mean, Leona getting a massive ult in the pit. The Wukong coming to try to steal, but he's not able to get the dragon.
Yeah,
and now the Tristana has the ult. He has the reset on this Tristana, but then the Corki gets a double kill instantly, even though the Saisa gets a
players
return.
in the bottom lane and just letting them have that Baron free.
Yep, a miscommunication from their side, but they get the kill in the Gragas, which is absolutely not worth because the Gragas is disposable at this point. He has the teleport, he can just walk back into the fight after this.
Yeah, just letting us in the first insert and possibly end the game right now.
With 4 members barreling down, getting the inhibitor. Corki might be bursted down by the Olaf getting
But it's
killed.
not enough.
Yeah, it's just more shot. And the bomb ticks down, getting the double kill on Susana. It's GG, it's the game over. It's the Aphelion winning against Pablo Escobar. Sorry, drug lords, you will not be able to work in India. Up, it's the Narcos, Bicos, and the Aphelion destroys Pablo Escobar. Well played by both teams, but then the Olaf and the double ADC comp somehow working out against the CC.
Yeah. Very well played by Tristana. Huge, getting legendary in that match. 9 kills to 0. Huge
Or a
difference
kill
there.
on that, and Iron being a bitch and not giving him the final pentakill. And he should have charged the pentakill, dude. It was so good. I mean, I don't mean to
Yeah,
call
almost.
it
That quadra kill was huge.
Yeah.
That sealed the game right there.
Yep.
I
Sorry,
mean,
I
it wasn't sealed already. That just the
Yeah,
extra push.
Yeah, there was a good some pickups in the middle, but then I guess it was not enough because they had so much of healing and the Olaf and the Lulu was just melting through that front line.
Yeah.
So well played, 2-1 for the side of Aphelion.
Well played.
Yep, GG. We'll be back with tomorrow's matches. Thank you for being on this match today.
For
You
watching,
too.
is what you're trying to say?
Yep. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being on the stream today. And thank you, Level Up, for amazing production. And Zero for being an amazing color caster.
Thank you as well. Amazing.
Yep. Subscribe,
Amazing,
like, and share.
Very, very exciting match. Seeing it go to the third game is always nice. How, the tension, it can go either way. The first and second game, you can always come back from that. But that third game is, really, really where it counts.
Yep. Well played, guys.
Okay, see you.
GG. See you guys tomorrow. Someone else will be casting, but it will be day 3 of the circuit, the open qualifiers.
Yeah,
See you guys.
see you tomorrow.
Bye bye.